Maggie was our Season 11 legend, but that wasn't when she was introduced to the Apex games. She was introduced in Apex in Season 8 of Apex Legends with Fuse, but not as a playable legend, but as the most annoying game announcer and war criminal. I'll start this guide off with an overview of her kit and then in-depth details of her respective ability. Her tactical riot drill. Fire drill that attaches to an obstacle and burns enemies on the other side. Passive Warlord's Ire, or however the hell you pronounce this shit. Temporarily highlight enemies you've damaged and move faster with shotguns. Ultimate Wrecking Ball. Throw a ball that releases speed boosting pods and detonate near enemy. Mad Maggie's passive is really and truly just her increased movement speed with shot, and actually the only useful part of her passive, since that the other part of her passive is to highlight enemies that you've shot, but in game it's barely noticeable. It doesn't help you in any way, shape or form. You should always try to run shotguns when using Mad Maggie, because her passive allows you to full sprint with a shotgun out, and this can be advantageous in fights, since that you'll have an increased movement speed over your enemy, and it doesn't get deeper than that when it comes to her passive. But for her other abilities, I definitely have to go in depth. Her riot drill is arguably the most useful thing in her kit, regardless of what you may think. Additionally, with the buff that her tactical got this season, which allows her to fire her riot drill out at a greater speed than previous seasons, this makes it even more annoying and useful. Her riot drill is a great tool for zoning. Using her riot drill for zoning can be said to be a defensive mechanism for the tactical, because it does fall under the defense mechanism for the tactical. Using this tactical defensively can be done in many different scenarios. You can use it to stop pushes. One that I love to do is to use it on doors. When I know an enemy is trying to make an advance on me, especially if I'm low, I stand behind the door, knowing that they'll try to kick the door off and then use my tactical to get the upper hand on them. This is just one scenario where you can use your tactical defensively. Another way of using the tactical defensively is cutting off pathways when escaping from an enemy, when running away after receiving considerable amount of damage. You can use your tactical on, say, a flight of stairs, the base of a zip line, a side of a stone, etc., so that you can stop or try to stop the enemy from trying to. It won't work all the time because the enemy can take another route to get to you, but if it does catch them from that angle, they won't be able to push you from that said angle, and you'll have a chance to escape. You can also angle the drill to cover exits and paths and doors to stop enemy advances. My favorite way to use this tactical is obviously offensively. This is the best way to use the tactical, since that the tactical deals damage through walls and other terrains. This tactical can be used to best push enemies out of cover they are holding, whether it be in a building or any piece of terrain on the respective map. You can use this tactical late game to deal game-winning damage to a team you are coexisting with in a building or in any other situation. When pushing, I always fire my tactical to gain an additional entry fragging damage, because I obviously won't push an enemy unless I've done damage. You can shoot while using the drill, but I mainly use it to properly line up my drill on an enemy far away so that I won't waste my tactical to do poke damage on them. This drill won't attach to enemies and can be destroyed by wasps and pylons. The drill will show a depth indicator to show the depth of the terrain you are attaching the drill to, and if the fire will spew out of the other side. Her ultimate is her Wrecking Ball, which is now actually useful since that it got a buff. The buff allows it to destroy Horizon Ult, Rampart Wall, Slash Ult, Newcastle Wall, and give bubbles. Respawn. Nerf Kibi. This ultimate is great for rotation and pushing teams due to the speed pads that come with the ultimate after use, and can be used to increase your movement speed but won't stack with other speed boost abilities such as Octane Stim. You can use this ultimate ability to close the gap between you and an enemy or to disorientate them, since that the ball will deal 20 damage on impact, stun and slow and bounce them out of the cover that they are holding or up in the air when the ball implodes on them, which is great for enemies holding cover or getting the enemy in an unfavorable position. You can use the Wrecking Ball to break doors so that you can breach inside a house that an enemy team is holding. Personally, I think Mad Maggie is a good pick for high rank games and even pubs. She's fun to a point where she can be played endlessly in pubs and brings a lot of aggression and power in a team for rank games.
Taking a moment to heal up. Playing with fences. Fence them in, fence them out. Taking a moment to heal up. Get ready.
Unleashing my wrecking ball.
Taking a moment to heal up. Setting a fence. If the fence gets caught, we'll know. The circuit is broken. We've got company. Fence off. You're not alone.
No one hides from my drill.
Laying fences. Fence them in, fence them out.
Healing up. A bit average, eh? Wrecking ball clear the path. Here's a drilling through.
Fence is complete. Fence them in.
Drilling here.
Circuit's broken. Someone else is here.
Healing up. Drill tearing through.
No.
open wide. Here comes the drill.
You are the Apex Champions.